How to find your passion. If you could do one thing to transform your life, I would highly recommend it be to find something you're passionate about, and do it for a living. Now, this isn't as easy as it sounds, but it's well worth the effort. If you dread going to your job, or find yourself constantly lacking motivation, or find what you're doing dull and repetitive, you need to start looking for a new job. Staying in your current job will not only continue to make you unhappy, but you are not realizing your full potential in life. Imagine this instead. You get up early, jumping out of bed, excited to go to work. You might put in more hours than the average person, but it seems difficult to you, because your work hours just zoom right by. You are often in that state of mind, often referred to as flow, where you can lose track of the world and time, losing yourself in the task at hand. Work is not work as many people refer to it, but something that is fun and interesting and exciting. It's not a job but a passion. If you've got a job you dislike, or even hate, this will sound like a pipe dream to you. And if you never put in the effort to find what you're passionate about, you're right. Such a thing will never be possible. But dare to dream, dare to imagine the possibilities, and dare to actually search for what you love, and it is not only a possibility, but a probability. So what should you do? How to find your passion in life? Let's get started with the 8 tips below. 1. Start with the right perspective. If you went into a restaurant with the strong opinion, I'm not hungry. There'll be nothing here I want to eat. I don't want to be here. The menu isn't going to look appealing. You won't explore it with due time or attention, and it's unlikely you'll find food you'll enjoy eating. The same principle applies to passion seeking. If you're convinced that finding your passion is hard, or that it's not going to happen for you, you'll remain closed to possibilities. You'll block the little nudges, pulls, and signals that guide us all. After all, how can you expect to find fulfilling work if you don't believe it exists? Choose to adopt the perspective that you can do what you love with your life. One of the best ways to strengthen this point of view is to surround yourself with people who are living examples. How many of your friends and family are following their passions? If it's not many, it might be time to expand your circle, associate with, and be inspired by men and women who are inspired by their work. 2. Get out your metal detector. Once you've decided that your passion is findable, it's time to look for evidence of what you already love to do. If you scan the landscape of your life, you'll notice certain experiences peak up. It's so valuable to delve into these peak moments, and extract the key ingredients. Consider yourself a beach trawler, discerning between the gold and the cheap metal. For example, one of my favorite summer jobs involved teaching English to teenagers. I might assume the key ingredient was the English language, or young people. But when I paid attention to my metaphorical metal detector, it became clear that the bleep went off when I was being a leader within a community, and teaching that community something of great value to them. That's exactly what I do now in my work, but without the teenagers, present perfect tense, or vocabulary tests. Make a list of the ingredients that truly mattered in your peak moments. Don't be distracted by the counterfeits. 3. Look for the umbrella. When you look at all the ingredients that matter to you, they might at first seem entirely disconnected. Let's say you love French, drinking coffee, playing with words, analyzing and categorizing, and being a leader within a community. How could you construct a career from these? It'd be like peering into your cupboard and seeing cocoa powder, tofu, and carrots and wondering, how could I possibly make something delicious that includes all of these? This is the time to look beyond the ingredients and seek an umbrella. Something that all of these ingredients can fit beneath. For example, my colleague Emma, whose diverse passions are described above, helps business owners to find the right words to fit their brand. She analyzes and categorizes copy into what she calls voice values. She draws wisdom from previously running a funky French lifestyle boutique, and French words pepper her own copy, giving her brand that special je ne sais quoi. She's become known as a leader for those who want to communicate effectively with their potential clients. And she's built a recognizable Pinterest profile showcasing her favorite coffee houses. All of these passions fit under the overarching umbrella of her business. They've all found a home there, and the variety actually helps her to stand out and attract her perfect clients. What might be your umbrella? 4. Discern between a hobby and a profitable passion. It might be that, through this exploration, you fall head over heels in love with an activity that engrosses you. Something that lights you up and makes your heart sing. But now you have to ask yourself the next question. Who would benefit from and pay for this? Well, if you want to contribute your passion to society and make an income from it, you need to get realistic about whether this could actually turn into a career, and what you would need to do to make that happen. Moreover, think about if you would even enjoy doing those things. For some people a passion is just fun, and turning it into work changes it from a love to do to a have to do. For example, my client Linda loves to draw. She makes art for the sheer joy of it. When she attempted to turn this profitable business, she realized that the market who were hungry for her talents were business owners, who needed illustrations for their blogs, websites, and products. This felt like play to Linda, but in order to make her services marketable, she also needed to add tech skills to her toolkit, so that her design work could be usable online by her ideal clients. Be alert to who might need your newly emerging passion, and aim to have conversations with them to get you clearer on how, where, and when you can serve them. 5. Expect the Mutiny. When you seek your passion, there'll be parts of you that go into rebellion. I'd guess that this article itself might be provoking some of those resistant parts. We all have a huge number of fears, around failure, success, visibility, and vulnerability, that speak in sensible voices, instructing us that we mustn't do what we love. If you let these voices win, your passion will remain out of your grasp. Instead, look for the fear beneath each supposedly reasonable voice. Uncover the years of conditioning, from parents, school, partners, and colleagues, and reassure the mutinying parts that your ship is sailing in the right direction. 6. Find the limits of your bravery. On my own journey, I've mostly lived by the motto, leap and the net will appear. I've noticed I couldn't find the new until I'd said farewell to the old. With each step into the unknown, for example, handing in notice on my part-time salaried job to go fully self-employed, my announcement to the universe has been, I'm available. I'm serious about this. I've been called brave, but I don't see it that way. I've simply been more committed to my happiness and freedom than to staying cozy with the status quo. Find your own version of brave. Discover what risks work for you. The path of passion is where you do things that scare you enough, without leaving you in a constant state of fear. Expand your comfort zone, rather than leaving it. 7. Think about what you've always dreamed of doing. This is different from making a list of all of the things that make you happy. You will have to write down all of those things you've always dreamed about, but haven't done because you don't have the time, the money, or because they're impractical or even slightly scary. Here are some questions to ask yourself. What is the one thing I have always dreamed about, but never got to do? What did I want to do when I was a child? Do I have an impractical dream that I once abandoned? What do I love reading or daydreaming about? Is there something I've been afraid to try because it takes me out of my comfort zone? Is there something I've been wanting to do but haven't done because of financial fears? Is there something I've always wanted to do but haven't tried, because I've been afraid I'd fail or just not be very good at it? Is there something that someone I know does that thrills me? What would I do if I had no constraints? 8. Decide what matters most to you. Life is about compromise. You will not have the time or energy to do everything, but it is important to decide what your priorities are. Figuring out what you value most in life will save you the frustration of trying to have everything, which just isn't feasible. Is it important that you are passionate about your career? You may have to sacrifice in other areas of your life, such as hobbies or even financial security. Is it important to you to have the money to pursue a passion for travel or another hobby? You may have to take a solid, well-paying but less exciting job to pay for it. Be as specific as possible. Happiness and success are too vague to be helpful. Try to use your reflection on your values and enjoyments as a guide to figuring out what makes you happy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe us for upcoming videos.